Let's imagine something wild. One morning you wake up, reach for your phone and try to order your favorite snack. But this time, something's off. The Amazon app won't load. You check your laptop, but the home page is gone. You refresh, again and again, but nothing happens. Amazon has disappeared. This isn't a glitch, it's not just routine maintenance. It's as if the world's biggest online store has simply vanished from the US overnight, leaving millions of people confused and searching for answers. It sounds impossible, right? Like cats suddenly hating boxes, or the Yankees packing up and moving to Idaho. It's the kind of thing you'd only expect in a wild dream or a bizarre movie plot. But let's run with it. What if the everything store suddenly sold us nothing? Imagine the warehouses, once bustling with activity, now eerily silent. Store shelves that used to be restocked overnight now sit empty, waiting for deliveries that will never come. This isn't a news report. Amazon isn't actually leaving. But picturing its sudden absence is a fascinating exercise in understanding just how much we rely on it. Amazon is woven into our routines. Its removal would shake up daily life. From the packages on our doorsteps to the voice assistants in our kitchens, it's become part of the background of American living. So let's suspend disbelief and picture an America without Amazon. Imagine the quiet streets, the missing delivery trucks, and the sudden gap in our daily conveniences. It's almost comical. The company is as American as apple pie, if that pie was delivered by drone and paid for with one click. Amazon has become a symbol of modern convenience. Amazon is a pillar of commerce, logistics, and entertainment. It's not just a store, it's a streaming service, a cloud provider, and a delivery network all rolled into one. Removing it isn't just losing a store, it's pulling a thread that could unravel modern life. The effects would ripple through our shopping habits, our jobs, and even the way we connect with each other. So, let's pretend Jeff Bezos woke up and said, you know what? Nah. The world's richest man just walks away, and the empire he built disappears with him. What would happen next? How would our lives, our towns, and the entire economy react to this sudden void? Would local businesses boom, or would chaos reign? Would it be a disaster, or maybe an unexpected blessing in disguise? Some might celebrate, others might panic, but everyone would feel the change. Grab a snack, one you had to buy in person this time, and let's dive into the great American Amazon blackout. This is a story about what happens when convenience disappears overnight. Imagine the ripple effects, from shopping habits to jobs, from local stores to our wallets. The shock would be felt in every corner of the country, from big cities to small towns. The shockwaves would touch nearly every part of American life, changing the way we shop, work, and even socialize. So, what does a post-Amazon America look like? Let's find out together, and see just how deep the roots of this retail giant really go. To grasp the loss, we need to see what Amazon really is. It's not just a bookstore, it's groceries, hardware, movies, cloud computing, and more. Amazon has rewired our expectations for convenience, almost anything delivered in 2 days. Take that away, and it's like swapping your smartphone for a rotary phone. Amazon's reach goes beyond shopping. It's a massive employer, a tech leader, and the sun in our commercial solar system. Its exit would mean more than finding a new place to buy batteries. It would force a fundamental restructuring of American life. Suddenly, the default answer for, "Where do I get this?" disappears. We'd have to plan, think, and venture out in ways we haven't in years. The everything store's absence would leave a hole in everything, and we'd all feel it. With Amazon gone, our shopping habits would be thrown into chaos. Walmart, Target, and Best Buy would be overwhelmed by a flood of new online shoppers. Their websites might crash, unable to handle the sudden surge. Specialized e-commerce sites would pop up, making online shopping more fragmented, more accounts, more passwords, more shipping policies. Gone is the one-stop shop. And yes, we'd have to go outside again. Malls and local stores could see a revival, with more foot traffic and real human interaction. Shopping would become an event, not a mindless click. Impulse buys would drop. We'd plan purchases and ask, do I really need this? The era of instant, effortless shopping would end. We'd buy less, but maybe buy smarter. The great unclicking would reshape not just where we shop, but how and why. Welcome to the new age of deliberate consumerism. 2-day shipping feels like magic, but it's really a logistical marvel. A symphony of warehouses, drivers, and algorithms working in perfect harmony to get your order to your doorstep almost instantly. Without Amazon, that magic vanishes. The infrastructure that powers our expectations would disappear, leaving a massive gap in how we receive goods. Fast free shipping would become rare. 5 to 7 days might be the new normal and you'd pay for it. The days of clicking buy now and expecting a package tomorrow would be over. UPS, FedEx, and USPS would be swamped, struggling to handle millions of extra packages. Their systems, already stretched during the holidays, would be pushed to the brink year-round. Delays, lost packages, and higher shipping costs would become common. The reliability we've come to expect would be replaced by uncertainty and frustration. Last-minute online shopping, forget it. The convenience of ordering a gift or a necessity at midnight and having it arrive the next day would be a thing of the past. Need something urgently? You're driving to the store. Spontaneous purchases would mean braving traffic, crowds, and limited store hours. Our reliance on rapid delivery has made us procrastinators. Without it, we'd have to plan ahead. Shopping lists and calendars would become essential tools again. The disappearance of prime delivery would force us to rethink time and patience. We'd have to adjust our expectations and relearn how to wait. Instant gratification would be replaced by waiting, and probably a lot of complaining. Conversations would shift from "did it arrive yet?" to "why is it taking so long?" Over time we might adjust, or we might just miss the old days. Some would reminisce about the era of lightning-fast shipping, while others would adapt to slower routines. Either way, the era of "everything now" would end overnight. The world would feel a little slower and a little less convenient. The supply chain would slow down, and so would we. Our daily lives would be forced to match the new, slower pace of commerce. Our relationship with shopping and time would fundamentally change. We'd rediscover the value of planning, patience, and maybe even the joy of anticipation. Welcome to the age of waiting, where patience isn't just a virtue, it's a necessity. Amazon is a top US employer with hundreds of thousands in warehouses, delivery, and tech. If it vanished, the job losses would be catastrophic. Entire towns dependent on Amazon would be devastated. Warehouse and delivery workers would flood the job market, driving down wages and increasing competition. Secondary businesses, diners, gas stations, construction, would also suffer. The collapse of Amazon's economic ecosystem would ripple through communities. Some argue this could open the door for better jobs, but that's cold comfort for those suddenly unemployed. The transition would be brutal and immediate. The promise of jobs that drew Amazon to towns would evaporate, leaving empty buildings and high unemployment. The human cost would be enormous. Amazon's exit could be a lifeline for small businesses, or a disaster. Many independents rely on Amazon's marketplace for sales. Its disappearance would wipe out their main revenue stream. They'd scramble to build websites, market themselves, and handle shipping. No small feat. But for local brick-and-mortar stores, things could improve. With 2-day shipping gone, shoppers would rediscover local options out of necessity. Main streets might see a revival, with more vibrant, unique communities. Local stores could offer curated selections and personal service, something algorithms can't match. The trade-off, less choice and convenience, but more community and connection. Main Street's renaissance isn't guaranteed, but the opportunity would be real. The retail landscape would be up for grabs. Amazon's scale keeps prices low and competitors on their toes. Without it, prices for many goods, especially online, would likely rise. Other retailers could relax, raising margins and passing costs to consumers. Free shipping would disappear, delivery fees would add up fast, brick-and-mortar stores might compete harder on price, leading to more sales and promotions. Some in-person prices could stay competitive, or even drop, but we'd lose price transparency. No more quick Amazon checks to compare deals. Shopping would become less about finding the lowest price online, more about finding a fair price nearby. The days of universal price checking would be over. Our wallets would feel the difference. Bargain hunting would get a lot more complicated. Amazon's exit would be a double-edged sword for communities. Towns built around warehouses would face economic crisis and job loss. The loss of convenience would hit rural and mobility-challenged Americans hardest. Environmentally, it's complicated. Fewer delivery vans, but more individual car trips and less packaging waste. The long-term benefits? A less centralized, more resilient economy. More diverse retailers could mean more competition and innovation. Wealth and power would be less concentrated in one giant. Culturally, shopping locally could reconnect us with our neighborhoods. We'd build relationships with local business owners and see our neighbors more often. The social fabric frayed by digital life could start to mend. The loss of Amazon would force us to re-engage with our communities. Stronger, more vibrant towns could emerge, but the transition would be tough. So what would a post-Amazon America look like? Imagine waking up one morning to find the familiar Smile logo gone from your doorstep, your phone, and your daily routine. The shock would be huge, shopping, delivery, and jobs thrown into turmoil. Millions of workers would suddenly face uncertainty, and entire industries would scramble to adapt. Amazon is so integrated that removing it would grind life to a halt before things slowly restarted. The supply chain would be disrupted, and the convenience we take for granted would vanish overnight. But it wouldn't be pure apocalypse. Life would go on, just differently. People would adapt, finding new ways to shop and connect. Other companies would fill the void, new businesses would emerge, and local main streets could thrive. Small businesses might see a renaissance, with communities rallying around local shops and services. We'd become more patient, deliberate consumers and reconnect with our communities. Shopping could become more personal, and relationships between buyers and sellers might deepen. The trade-off, less convenience but a more resilient, varied economy. Local economies could become stronger, and innovation might flourish in unexpected places. This isn't about predicting the future. It's about understanding Amazon's impact now. Its reach shapes how we live, work, and even think about shopping. Imagining its absence shows how much we depend on it, for better or worse. Our habits, expectations, and even our sense of time have changed because of Amazon. It forces us to ask, are low prices and fast delivery worth the costs? What are we giving up for this convenience, and what might we gain if things changed? Next time a box arrives, think about the system behind it, and what life would be like without it. Consider the people, the infrastructure, and the choices that make it possible. Amazon isn't going anywhere, but knowing its role helps us make better choices. Awareness gives us the power to shape the future we want. After all, we all live in the house Amazon built, so it's smart to know where the exits are, and to remember that we have the power to choose how we live within it.